Gentlemen, how are we all doing today? And I hope you're all having a fantastic day and doing the work you need to do to become successful. Now in today's video, I want to talk about things that I've literally sold on eBay that made me so much money, and I decided, you know what, if I tell you guys these things, it can literally help you out. And when you go out there garage selling or just looking for items, or maybe you have this item in your house you just didn't even know, you know that it's worth a lot more than you think, because your boy just told you that it is. Now I'm going off the basis of eBay because that's what I do. For those who don't know, I'm a full-time reseller on eBay. I also do a little bit on Amazon, but I only sell like 10% of the things on Amazon just because there's a lot of restrictions and stuff, and especially during COVID they took away the FBA and I just had to do a merchant seller, and it's just not a lot that I can do on Amazon, but there's a lot more I can do on eBay. And for example, these items I'm gonna be talking about in this video, all those items I sold on eBay, I did, and I made so much money. And it was just little things that I've learned. It was responsible for that reason why I made so much money. It was literally the reason why I made that much money. For that little mistake, those little things that I did got me to that point. And this is why I want to teach you guys, because now that I know what products sell, I want to help you guys out, especially for those who are interested in eBay or are eBay reseller themselves. I want to give you guys these 5 items for you to look out, so you guys can make a lot of money too. Before I tell you these items, what I need all of you to do right now is hit that like button down below. I think it's there or there, I don't know, but hit that like button right now. Let's get started because I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell you what these items are, and trust me, some of these are gonna be like, what? This sold for what? And some of these are gonna be like, oh wow, yeah, I guess it makes sense. But anyway, hit that like button right now because that's gonna generate even more luck for you. That way you get more of a chance of finding that item that you need so you can make money. Number 1 is these very rare 1995 Bandai Space Power Rangers. Now I know what you're telling me, Power Rangers, really? Hear me out. So this is like a little backstory. This is when I originally started selling on eBay. I started going out garage sales, and one of the first ones I went, it was like a bunch of like very vintage stuff, toys, mugs, and all that stuff. So I went to look, right, and this dude had a video game that caught my eye from my car. So I asked him about the video game, and he said, oh yes, this, but I'm not sure if it works. So I was like, okay, and I started snooping around seeing, and I saw a bucket full of toys, very vintage ones, and I just, out of curiosity, I just dove in, and I was like, yo, how much for the toys? And he was like $1 each. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went down and started looking, and I picked out like 5 Power Rangers and I think 1 random toy. I was like, let me try my luck. So I brought down a couple of things, and I went home and I started checking what these items were worth. And one of them, it was in really bad condition, but when I saw what it was worth in that condition, I was like, okay, maybe this is something, it's potential, you know. And I'd end up selling that item, I think, for like $6, and it was really bad condition. It was blue, but it had like a lot of rust, didn't even have the weapons or nothing. But I remembered it, and I was like, let me remember this item, because when I checked it out, some dude sold that same item but in way better condition with no weapons or nothing for $30. And I was like, okay, I'll keep a lookout. 2 months later, 2 months, I was at a flea market because I sell there, right? So I was at a flea market, I decided to go walk around, and some dude was selling Power Rangers. Out of curiosity again, I just started looking, and I found the bag, and inside the bag was that same Power Ranger that I sold for $6 but in way better condition. And this time, not only was the blue one there, but the entire collection was there, with the swords, with the accessories, with everything. And I try not to do this as a trick. When you find something you know what it's worth, don't pop your eyes, don't make a sound, don't make nothing. Poker face. Poker face. My eyes were literally about to light up, but I said poker face. I had to keep my calm down, because if I show too much interest, then he's gonna just raise the price up. So I was looking around, and then he by himself came up and was like, oh, you're interested? They're like $10, but I can do 5 for you, because the other guy told me you're a reseller too, or you're selling here or whatever, but I give you a discount. So I was like, okay, cool, thanks. And then I just started looking around, pretending like I was looking, even though I knew I was gonna get it. And then after like a minute or two of pretending to look, I grabbed it, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll give you $5 for this one. And he was like, cool. I gave him the $5, went on my way. I cannot tell you the excitement I had holding that in my hand, knowing how much it was worth, knowing what I just picked up, right? I was like, something inside of me was like, do not sell this yet, but I know you have to because it could be worth a lot more. But it could also not, right? The value can tend to go down on some of these things. So I was like, nah, I gotta pull the trigger now. I have to. So I got home, and it was literally late at night because from the flea market, I forgot we went somewhere else, and it was just late when we came back. And I went downstairs, and this is how obsessed I am with this stuff, right? I was literally just all in. When you start a business, you gotta go all in at the beginning, because if you don't, then you're never gonna make enough money. You're never gonna become successful in that. So I went. This is me going all in. It was late at night. It was like, I think 10:30, almost 11. Most of you will be falling asleep on Saturday night or going out to clubs. Not me. I literally put a light up, start the way I set up for my eBay, and took a picture of the items, right? Took a picture, boom, 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 set them up nicely, make sure they were good, listed it. That same night it sold for $175 overnight. Overnight, $175. So I don't have the picture of exactly how they look, and I wish I did, because or else I would show you guys. But there's these. It was so rare. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, and if you do, please leave a comment down below what type of art. But I remember just listing them as 1995 rare space Power Rangers, Bandai of course. And the person who brought it obviously knew that they were worth that much, because he brought it overnight, bro, and paid for it, everything. $175, bro. I flipped it for $170 overnight. It was one of the best feelings. So this is why I'm telling you this. Some of these things that, like toys or stuff that you pass on, you never know. It could be in a shitty condition when you first find it, but the knowledge that you gain from it, because you know it has potential, when you find it in a better condition, you remember it, be like, I had this before, I know this is worth that much in this condition. Like, it was amazing that I did that. It was literally just curiosity hitting me, and I just went in, grabbed those toys, and then when I actually found it in a better version 2 months later, look at that, I made so much money. Alright, so number 2 is Amiibo toys from Nintendo. Those little Amiibo figures that you put on your Nintendo 3DS, I think, and those figures are worth a lot right now. They really are, because I don't think Nintendo 3DS comes out with that much games, and especially with those figures. And there's one game that these figures are worth a lot, and that is from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Those are worth a lot. I actually show you because I have a couple of them. Okay, not a couple, these are actually from my collection because I collect these. So this is the one for the Super Smash one, right? The one with the black on the bottom and the gold right here on top where the player is, right? So he's sitting. So the black and the gold, that is Super Smash Bros. Those are the ones worth more because of the game. Obviously the game is a classic, everybody knows what it is. So those are going to be worth the most, especially the ones that are like old gold. Dog, you hit literally the jackpot. Used, brand new, oh my god, don't even, brand new, they're worth a lot more. But used, you're gonna get a pretty dime for that. Alright, I literally sold 3, and I think I can leave the picture up because I still have it. The other day I sold 3 of them for $31 used. Then they have other ones where you can see this one now has the red on the bottom with the silver, because they have different games. I think this one's from Yoshi World or something like that. They have different games, so they each have like different type of ambios from them. So this one I don't think is worth as much as the other one, but it still has some value, like 10-15 bucks from it. Some other ones might have 5 or 4 depending, just because the game wasn't really that good. But I think this one may have some value just because it's Yoshi. Everyone loves Yoshi. I mean, if you don't, you're crazy. But definitely keep on the look for these right here. If you see them at flea markets or garage sales or anywhere, especially Goodwill, sometimes those places tend to price them at like $1 or $2 a piece just because they don't know how to sell them. Like the other day I literally brought a brand new package of these right here. These I think were from the Super Smash Bros. Series. I brought a package of them, and some lady was like $5, and I just didn't even hesitate. Like, I just gave her the $5 right away. Number 3, Texas Instrument Calculator, especially the T84 Plus. Those are the money makers right there. I've literally sold, I think, 20 of them in like 20 or 10, I don't even remember, but I remember selling a lot of those, and those literally sold from $49.99 all the way to $59.99, and if it's brand new it goes for even a lot more. Those are so valuable, and because a lot of people tend to use those, especially in college, and they rather pay for them used than brand new. It makes a lot of sense, but some people still buy them brand new, but it just makes a lot more sense. And I think they're worth a lot more at Amazon if I'm correct. So some people actually just buy them on eBay and flip them on Amazon, which is crazy that I think that, because they actually have permission to sell them on Amazon, which someone like me, I don't have them. So I sell them on eBay 50 bucks. But some people, again, at flea markets, garage sales, they'll sell them for like $5-10 bucks. Sometimes you get lucky and get them for like $1. But the thing is, those things are worth money. They are, especially if they work. If you can test them out before you buy them, that's even better. I recommend you guys do that. If not, you gotta tell them, you know, I pay you $5 because I don't even know if it works. So don't be afraid to obviously bargain with these stuff, alright? The lower you can get it, the better for you, the more money you can make. Obviously, if the guy is being a little stubborn, if you know you can still make money regardless, look, I'll leave that all up to you. But Texas Instruments, especially the TI-84 Plus, whether it be the original, the silver, the gray, all that, those are good money. They literally were $49.99 to $59.99 used. Number 4 is Monster High dolls. Yes, Monster High. For those who don't remember this, like I don't, obviously, I didn't even know a show existed for it. But when people were telling me, because I know a lot of people, and they were telling me that Monster Highs are actually valuable, and I was like, really? So I decided to research it and realized this is actually worth a lot of money. I came across a lot of used ones, but a couple of new ones, and it was incredible to see how much the new ones are actually going for. It was like literally hundreds of dollars. I was like, what? And for right now, I think the prices have spiked on them just because they're becoming even more rare. Like literally the other day, I made a lot of 15 Monster High dolls, and they usually, before quarantine, they were going around $30-$35, which is fine, perfect, you know, it's good money. It's better than trying to sell them for like $1 or $2 at a flea market and make a lot more. But the spike, I'll show you the pictures right there. I sold a lot of 15 Monster Highs for almost $70. 70. I don't remember the exact figure, but you guys can see it. But literally 70. The other one sold for like 56, 55, something like that. But literally the prices spiked almost double of what I was selling them for back before the quarantine happened. Like, it's insane. So if you're looking out for Monster Highs, like, look out for them. Look out for them. Trust me, get them the lowest you can, but keep an eye out for them. They're worth a lot of money now, and I know they're gonna be worth a lot more in the future, just because the show doesn't exist anymore. There's no more dolls. There's no more Monster Highs coming out. So you need to keep a lookout for those and try to get them and then flip them on eBay. And finally, number 5, one of the craziest things, and what I'm gonna talk about is medical kind of supplies. So medical supplies that only doctors can get. And I came across this item because we have a connection where they get items from a place, because they tend to throw it away, so we just pick it up from them, and then the rest we kind of just throw away because it's just garbage at the end. But let me get to the story. So I literally got the item. I saw it while I was checking all the stuff that came in, and I saw the item and I was like, this looks really interesting, let me bring it downstairs. So I brought it downstairs, and I was already preparing the items I wanted to list that day, and I saw that one and I was like, but it needs a charger. So I put it away, and for like literally I forgot about it for almost 2 months. And there was one day I was trying to gather up things, because I think I always tell you guys, I list about 5 items. I think I was at 4, so I needed 1 more. And I remembered the item somehow when I was looking at the things that I saw, and I was like, I never got to see how much this is worth. So I sat down, I searched it up, and when I typed in the name, press searched, this is where my eyes finally got the chance to lit up, because no one was around me. It was just me, myself. And when I pressed search and I saw the number, it was listed at $1,600 working. I was like, what do I have in my hand? What do I have in my hand? Is this gold? So I was literally like, man, I gotta find a charger. But obviously it was 2 months past where, like, when I first saw it, and I could have found the charger for it, of course. Like 2 months already passed, so I was like, man, I don't even think we have it anymore. So I did another thing. I pressed on completed and sold items, because this is what I do before I list the item, to actually see what it sold for. And it even made my day a lot better. It sold for $1,200, obviously complete and tested, and I was like, okay, that's a good thing. And then right below it, it sold for $600 untested. The way I had it, it sold for $600, and I was like, man, why did I put this off for 2 months? What was I doing? Like, I had gold in my hand, literally gold, and if it was working, it would have been actual gold at that point. I had it in my hands. And I literally was like, you know what? I gotta list this, man. This is my 5th item. Sat down, I listed it. I listed it for $4.99 because it was, I just wanted to be the cheapest at that point. I could have listed for $6, but I was like, you know what? $4.99 just because I really don't know if it works. Even though on the back sticker it said that it was tested. I personally didn't test it, so I let the person know in the description I didn't test the item out, but on the back it has that sticker. I kid you not though, later that day I was working out. After I told my sister and my dad that, look, I found this is how much it's worth. I listed it, hopefully it sells. They were excited, we were all excited and hoping that it would sell. And later that night I was working out and I get an offer, $450 for the item, shipped to New York. And I remember that day I was literally working out and I saw it and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. I wanted to take it, but I also wanted to wait to see if I truly wanted $450 out of this. And I was working out, and it was probably the worst thing because like when you work out, you gotta be all in, concentrated, right? But I had the other thing in my mind, and I remember telling my sister, I was like, should I pull the trigger? And she was like, how much you selling for? $4.99? I was like, yeah, and he offered $450. He was like, you gotta do it. You got it. Like, it's $450. Like, nobody else is offering you it. And I was like, you're right. So I pressed $450. I pressed accept offer, and $450 straight to my PayPal account. It was an amazing feeling when you find items that literally act as gold, man. These are literally, I call them the hidden gems. So it was such an amazing moment right there, just finding that one thing. I know it took 2 months for me to list it, my fault, eyes on me, but still I ended up selling it for $450. There's no regrets. It was an amazing feeling. This is why I'm telling you these things, boys. These 5 things that I just told you, they literally made me so much money on my eBay business that literally those first 6-7 months, if it wasn't for these items and all the other items that I literally sold, I wouldn't be here in this position telling you what items to be looking out for, right? Why would I tell you items that won't sell or don't work or nothing like that? I'm not here to give you bad information or information that I haven't used myself. So take these items, right, that I've told you today, keep a lookout for them, especially medical supplies, because those things are worth money. I'm telling you, they're worth a lot of money, especially if they work. Keep an eye out for these items, and trust me, you're gonna make a lot of money in this business. For those who want to try it out, or those who are actually doing it and want to make more money, keep an eye out for these items because they worked for me, they made me a lot of money, and they're going to make me even more money in the future. Gentlemen, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. You guys are awesome. And of course, I always end it off with this because I believe in you, so you should believe in yourself and go out there and get yours.